This is the Nissan Kicks ePower. So what is ePower? ePower is basically a new powertrain system unlike any other sold in Malaysia. So you still have a place to put petrol. And why do you put petrol in this car? Not to power it, not to propel it. The petrol that you put in is to run this 1.2 litre engine that charges a battery that is sitting inside the car at the bottom in the middle, lithium-ion battery, and that battery powers this, the Nissan ePower system that actually runs the car. So this Nissan ePower system runs the car, propels the car, moves the wheels to get you going. So this is an electric car that doesn't do external charging. There's no charging port on the front fender or the rear fender or the rear, just petrol cap. So Nissan has reinvented this concept, saying that I can give you an electric car that is charged, that has a battery system that is charged by a petrol powered engine, and it's a 1.2 litre engine. So road tax is cheap and it's very efficient and everything works seamlessly. There are computers in there that's doing the job for you. You just need to drive it. So the Nissan Kicks ePower comes in a few variants. This is the mid-grade variant. And let's see what it's like on the inside. Okay, you get nice cloth trim, infotainment a must, multi-function steering wheel a must, that nice electric car gear shifter which we all have starting to get used to. In the rear, passengers get charging points. And this is the mid-grade Nissan Kicks. So there's a middle child version of the Nissan Kicks ePower, the VLT high grade. So you still get two-tone brown and black leather interior, 17-inch alloy wheels, but there's some small differences as you can see from the list here. Yes, again, nice looking interior, stitch feel here, zero gravity seats like in the high grade. Enough room at the back. Exterior two-tone paintwork like in the high grade. But the price difference is small between this and the high grade, I'm quite sure everybody will end up taking the high grade and just putting it on a 7-year loan. So here comes one grade up for the Nissan Kicks ePower. This one comes with a dual tone interior, as you can see. Nice kind of stitching here. Leather seats. Same infotainment system. That funky electric car gear shifter, which again I said you all get used to it. Continues on the inside. Leather interior. And you've got dual tone paintwork also. So this is the VLT high grade two-tone Nissan Kicks. So we're leaving Malacca with the Nissan Kicks ePower heading to Kuala Lumpur, but we're going to go mostly on the highway because on our journey here we were mostly on the back JKR state maintained roads to get a feel of its handling, its fuel economy, its drive dynamics, comfort, things that are important for people who do a lot of long distance driving. So now, pure highway driving to see how it handles, how it feels, how comfortable it is when we are cruising on the highway heading back to Kuala Lumpur. So this is the Nissan Kicks ePower test drive. You've seen the exterior, you've seen some of the interior. I'll show you more later. It's not a brand new technology, it's a different way of looking at it. The Japanese car manufacturers are all looking at hybrid, or this is what you call an engine that is recharging a lithium-ion battery to move the car along. So there's a battery pack somewhere here, not a complete full flow of batteries, just somewhere in the middle here. It's probably as large as a suitcase, check-in luggage suitcase. And then you've got a petrol powered engine in front. So the petrol powered engine sips fuel. I say sips fuel because why? It is charging the battery pack to propel its vehicle. So they still call it an electric car. It's still got very entertaining acceleration and braking, but you don't have to go to a charging station to charge it. You don't have to charge it at home. You don't have a plug point. You don't have a charging cable, nothing like that. Basically, you got an engine charging the battery system and it works seamlessly. You don't have to press a button. You don't have to work it out. You don't have to, think about it. It's all done under the dashboard. There's a computer doing everything for you. So this is the Nissan Kicks ePower. What is ePower? ePower is their way of saying you get an electric car without having to worry about charging infrastructure and long-term issues with your battery power. Also, if at some point you want to keep this car beyond 7, 8, 9, 10 years, the battery pack won't be very expensive because it's not a big battery pack. And yet you get emissions-free driving. Now, of course, you got that petrol engine charging the battery. So die-hard electric car drivers will say, oh, that's all bullshit. Okay, now I'll ask you a question. When you go and charge an electric car, where is the electricity coming from? In Malaysia, it's all coming from coal mining. Okay, so it's coal-powered plants. So coal mines, coal-powered plants, how different are you? So let's not argue this, let's not debate this. The most important thing is Nissan Kicks ePower is giving you the alternative to a full electric car at a very reasonable price. And here's the best part. As we drive this car, we start realizing that this car has got good steering feel. You actually feel connected to the road. A lot of electric cars feel unconnected because of the way it's designed. Next, electric cars are heavy because you got a big battery pack that goes from here right up to the boot space. This car is 500 kilos lighter than a small compact electric car. And you don't have to use a lot of special equipment to get this car fixed or tuned or serviced, you just go to a normal Nissan showroom and they'll do everything for you. In the car, this is a crossover. You can sit 4 very comfortably, 5 in a pinch, because 3 at the back is a little bit of a pinch. Seats are comfortable. You got decent sized multifunction steering wheel. You got an entertainment unit. You got nice meter cluster. You got what you need to do for everyday commuting. You don't have to think too much about very high-end software systems. Okay. Now the exterior of the car it's a crossover, so you got that crossover look. Some of you might like it, some of you might not be so taken by it. This is choice. But I think this is a vehicle that makes a lot of sense in our part of the world where charging infrastructure is not great.